When did you last reorganize your spice rack? Think about it. Actually think about it. A year ago? 2 years? Or do you even remember the last time it mattered to you? Because here's what I need you to hear, and I need you to hear it before anything else in this video. That is not laziness. That is not you becoming someone less organized, less driven, less capable. That is a hormone signal. And nobody, almost nobody, is connecting it to what it actually is. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you why your fatigue, your hot flashes, and the fact that you stopped caring about your spice rack, your closet, your to-do list are all telling the same story. One hormone story. That starts years before most women realize what's happening to them. Stay with me, because this changes everything. Here's the thing that most women are never told. Perimenopause is not a moment. It's not when your period stops. It's not something that happens at 50 or 55. It is a transition that can start in your late 30s, your early 40s, silently, without a single missed period, without a single hot flash, yet. And the first signs are not always the ones you expect. They're the small things, the things you explain away. I'm just tired because I'm busy. I'm just hot because it's warm in here. I just don't care about organizing right now because I have too much going on. You are not explaining it away. You are dismissing a signal your body is sending every single day. And today, that ends. Let's start with the fatigue, because almost every woman I talk to mentions it first, and almost every doctor dismisses it second. You're stressed. Try getting more sleep. Maybe you need to exercise more. But here's what's actually happening. Estrogen, the hormone that begins to fluctuate during perimenopause, is directly involved in how your mitochondria function. Your mitochondria are the energy-producing units inside every cell in your body. When estrogen levels start to drop and fluctuate, and this fluctuation is irregular, unpredictable, your cells produce energy less efficiently. This is not in your head. This is happening at a cellular level. On top of that, estrogen regulates your cortisol response. Cortisol is your stress hormone. When estrogen becomes unstable, cortisol dysregulation follows, which means you are simultaneously producing energy less efficiently and running a higher baseline stress response and sleeping less deeply. Because progesterone, which promotes deep sleep, is also declining. 3 systems hitting at once. That 3 p.m. crash, not weakness. That morning exhaustion after 8 hours of sleep, not laziness. That feeling of running on a half-empty battery even when nothing is wrong, that is perimenopause. And it starts years before most women get a diagnosis. Now, hot flashes, the one symptom everyone knows, the one symptom women joke about, the one symptom that is somehow still not taken seriously enough. Here's the science. In plain English, your hypothalamus is the temperature-regulating center of your brain. Estrogen helps calibrate it. When estrogen becomes unstable, not just low, but fluctuating, your hypothalamus becomes hypersensitive. It reads normal body temperature as too hot. It fires a heat release response. Your blood vessels dilate. Your sweat glands activate. Your heart rate rises. The entire thing can happen in 30 seconds. And it can happen at 2 p.m. in a meeting, at 3 a.m. in your bed, or in the middle of a conversation that has absolutely nothing to do with being warm. This is not your body failing. This is your brain doing exactly what it was designed to do, responding to inaccurate information. The problem is not the response. The problem is the signal. And the signal is estrogen instability, which is perimenopause. And now, the spice rack. I know what you're thinking. What does my spice rack have to do with my hormones? Everything. Here is something that is almost never discussed. Dopamine, the neurotransmitter responsible for motivation, for the satisfaction of completing things, for the small reward your brain gives you when something is in its place, is directly influenced by estrogen and progesterone. Both hormones modulate how your brain produces and responds to dopamine. When those levels shift during perimenopause, the things that used to give you a sense of reward, finishing tasks, organizing spaces, following through on the small routines that made you feel like yourself, those things stop generating that reward signal. The spice rack that you used to organize because it felt good doesn't feel good anymore. Not bad, just neutral. The project you used to love starts and stays unfinished. The closet you always kept sorted slowly becomes a pile. The to-do list that motivated you now just weighs on you. This is not a character change. This is not burnout. This is not depression, though it can trigger it. This is your dopamine regulation system responding to the same hormonal shift as your fatigue and your hot flashes. One shift. 3 completely different expressions. And when you finally understand that, you stop blaming yourself and you start getting real answers. Now, I want to pause for one moment. Because everything I just told you, you deserve to be able to walk into a doctor's office and have that conversation. Clearly, confidently, without being dismissed. I've put together a resource called the Make Your Doctor Listen Kit. It gives you the exact language to describe your symptoms, the specific tests to request, the questions to ask when the answer you get is, "It's just stress," and what to do when you are not being taken seriously, because you deserve more than a prescription for anxiety when what you actually have is perimenopause. The link is in the description below. If you've ever left a doctor's appointment feeling worse than when you walked in, this is what you need before your next one. Let me give you something you can use today. First, name it. What you are experiencing has a name, perimenopause. And recognizing it, even before a doctor confirms it, changes the entire way you approach what's happening to you. Second, track the pattern. Fatigue, hot flashes, and loss of motivation rarely happen randomly. They cluster. They correlate with your cycle, your sleep, your stress. Start writing it down, even a few notes on your phone. That data becomes your most powerful tool in any medical conversation. Third, prioritize your sleep, aggressively. Sleep is not a luxury during perimenopause. It is a treatment. Poor sleep raises cortisol. Cortisol disrupts estrogen. Disrupted estrogen makes hot flashes worse, which destroys sleep. It is a cycle, and it has to be interrupted. Cool room, consistent schedule, no screens for 30 minutes before bed. Fourth, eat to support your hormones. Protein at every meal, not to lose weight, but to support neurotransmitter production, including dopamine. Reduce sugar and alcohol, both disrupt estrogen metabolism. Add phytoestrogen-rich foods, flaxseed, soy, legumes. These are not cures, they are support. And fifth, the most important one, stop explaining yourself away. The most important thing you can do today is believe that what you are experiencing is real, is connected, and deserves real attention. Not in 10 years, now. Before you go, I want to tell you why this channel exists. Millions of women are sitting with these symptoms right now. Fatigue they can't explain, heat they can't control, a version of themselves they don't fully recognize anymore. And most of them will spend years going from appointment to appointment, being told it's stress, it's anxiety, it's age, before anyone connects the dots. This channel exists to close that gap. Every week, I publish content that takes the science seriously and the human experience seriously at the same time. If that's what you've been looking for, subscribe. Not for me, for yourself. And for every woman who comes after you, who types these symptoms into a search bar at midnight and needs to find someone who actually gets it. Hit subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.